What's up guys, welcome back to another unboxing showcase review, and we actually have something new from Harbinger Studios, the Savage Crucible line, Veteris Rapax. One of their newest releases that they had from, from the Lemurians, and I'm actually very excited about it. I was actually shocked that they had a new one coming out, and it is pretty damn awesome. This has been out for maybe a couple months now, so this is still pretty cool, and I thank the team at Savage Crucible for sending this over so I could take a look at it. It's really, really nice. Now, if you've seen some of my Savage Crucible reviews before, you kind of understand and know what kind of figure this looks like. But here he is. Look at that. This has a lot of more detail, especially with the armor. It is really insane with the way this thing looks, so it's pretty damn awesome. Here is a readout of Veteris Rapax right there, and as you can see, everything from the box. Now, apparently there is a there it is. There's a black bag of like a mystery accessory, so we'll kind of see what we get from that. And of course, we know that there is a individual card in here, so let me show you what it looks like when we unbox this figure. As you guys know from my videos, I always open them from the bottom, and I normally keep my packaging. So here we have, right behind the map is our card right there, and let's take a look when we pull everything out. So got that out of the way. Let's see, and of course we got these here. We got the mystery item right at the bottom, and we got the figure. So let's take everything out of the box, present them up, and then we'll go over everything else. All right guys, there we have it. We got Veteris Rapax out of the box. So let's go over what we got here first. Then we'll go over accessories, all right? Okay, so our mystery weapon is actually in this Ziploc, so pretty cool. Let's see what we got. It's a weapon. Oh, it's one of these translucent swords, which is very familiar. We've seen this before, but it looks smaller. Yeah, it definitely looks smaller. So here's one of my guards here, but he came with this one. So there is a difference right there. Look at that. There's so much more damage on this one. So there's definitely much more detail in that. But it is smaller, so that's pretty cool. Different hilt as well. So there you go. So there's my mystery weapon. Nice. And then the card I already cut it open. So, oh, very cool. Very, very cool. I love this character a lot. But I love how it's the purple and the gold too. The Royal Guard, which if you don't know, the Royal Guard, here's my Royal Guard right here. Really awesome. Love the color scheme on the skin right there, but nice. All right, we're going to start off with accessories. He does have a pair of gripping hands here, and he also comes with a pair of open hands, a little bit more expressive right there. He comes with an alternate head, different though. I think this is also like a bloody head, because if he does articulate at the jaw, so there you can see how I'm assuming it's more bloodied because of the teeth and around the mouth area it's more red, as well as this one. There's more red here around his jaw, but the teeth are white. This is also articulated as well, but it is a different type of head. This does not come off, so this is sculpted into the head sculpt, but there are two different styles of like Lemurians here, so this is still pretty cool where we can just swap them out, have whole different things. And it's very the way you can change out and create your own figures with these with this line is pretty awesome. So there is your alternate head. He comes with a whip accessory. Now this is more aesthetic. As you can see, it's just a sculpted whip that actually is tied up here and has a notch or a nub right there. Now these normally you would pin right to the sides of the armor. These pieces you can technically call our accessories too, because these will hold weapons, but you can alternate, you can switch them out. So you can pop these out right here, you can see that, and you can change them up. You can change this to popping this in, and hopefully it's malleable enough. Sometimes you have to heat them up. It's better if you heat them up, I would say. But I did heat up to a certain point. I don't know if I heated up the armor to a point, but it's almost in there. Yeah, you can do that. At least it's, you know, well, I guess you could say tight enough. Oh, there you go. You can see that. So yeah, there you go. You can add that on to your armor, which is actually, you know, some nice touches. And if you actually got some of the weapons pack or the armory packs, you can always swap them out, change up the style, make it your own. So that's still pretty cool. So it comes with a nice little accessory. One of the first weapons we have is more of this, I'm not going to say short sword, but it is shorter than the other ones. But it is a sword. It is bloodied, and it has so much wear. Look at all the notches that you see in that sword. That is crazy. It's nicely painted as well. We got the gold and then the handle right there, and there's some ornate designs in it as well. So that's the first weapon. Here is a longer sword, and that is pointy. That's really, really pointy. This one's also bloodied up right there. Definitely has some wear along the sword edges as well. And you can see the handle of the sword too. That's pretty good the way it's painted. It's got a little bit of a wash too, so it's nice to see some, you know, ornate details. And we also got an axe, and that's just stained with blood. And you can see, man, that's not sharp anymore. This thing has seen some clashes right there. You can see that all throughout the axe blades, and of course in the handle. This seems like it's all just a one color silver, but it's just been stained with blood. So that's very cool. It's large too. Here we have like I guess like a pirate sword, like a swashbuckling sword, because we have the hand guard. I don't know what it's properly called, but that's what I'll say. But it's gold in color, has the wear along the blades too. It's got a nice wash to it as well, and some nice designs. Very nice. Now with this accessory, I'm more familiar with this type of sword that normally kind of like slides in here, and you can just, that's the cool thing about it, because it's got an open slot, so it's you can pop it out. Wow, just flimsy right now. You can pop it out as need be, like that or like this. Either way, it can be done. I've never used it on these swords because this is more, it's more of a rounder shape, the blade, but it does work. So that's still nice to see. And even with this one, yeah, so it does work. Nice, not too bad. I like it. At least it does that for any of his weapons. And we have two of them. I just know we swapped out the one with the whip, but that's a way to do it. And then the axe, that's different. There's no way to handle that. He's just gonna have to hold this one. So, all right, let's go over paint and sculpt, because this is a beautiful figure. It really is. The armor, everything about it. I mean, I think there's some old and some new. And correct me if I'm wrong. And I have pretty much all the Lemurians. So we'll see if I have anything that's really different or similar to each other. But what we have in this sculpt, I mean, we've seen this head sculpt before from Nin-Villemir, and where I can kind of get that, because I have them right here. So we're definitely using some similarities here, but of course, I mean, it's a whole different skin texture or skin paint, so we see this a whole different character. Now this is an alternate head of Nin-Villemir. His head is completely different, but this was an alternate use for it, so I kind of liked it. And then we got Veteris, which is pretty cool. We can see some of the similar armor here in the chest piece, and then that's pretty much it. So he's just reusing this armor here. We will see others later on, but this armor in the red and the silver, unbelievable. And the black straps going around, so good. And these are sharp as hell too, so you got to be careful. There's definitely some wear in the armor too, because you can still see some dry brushing of silver over the red, so he's been through it all. And it goes throughout all of the armor too. You can see a lot of that silver dry brushing all throughout, which is very, very nice. And I love the fact that we have all these different hits of deco to separate the detail in the sculpts, because we have seen the shoulder pads here, even in the belts, and the belt looks like worn leather at the same time. Really, really nice. The rivets here, nice shots of paint for the rivets. Now it's not all of it, but you know, most of it is pretty good. Even down here in his shin guards, really nice. Nice to see that stuff. I mean, you could tell that this was basically an all red, and then it's been abused so much, I guess, in battle, that the red is coming off, and it's the silver dry brush that they put on here just to show that wear and damage. Very, very nice to see. Outside of the armor, I mean, look at the detail in the sculpt of the Lemurian skin. That is incredible. Very cool. I really love that. I mean, we got the green color, and there's just so much of it that transitions into the brown, and then we got the orange stripes all throughout the sides of the body, and including the arms here. Look at that. The sculpt is absolutely amazing when it comes to this. So good. And even in the chest, you could see how the brown texture, the brown paint, I should say, transitions from the green, and then the orange just kind of just flows throughout that area. And of course on the back, you can see that. Now there's some touches of silver that's kind of dry brushed throughout the skin texture too. So that, I can't understand that, why, but it's different. You know what I mean? It's nice to see. His hands are bloodied. You can see that there. It's all on his fingers. That definitely will represent, you know, when he's holding his weapon. So that's pretty cool. That is really, really nice. They did a great job in just making something different. Even though we know that there's some reuse in this line, this absolutely looks incredible with this color scheme. So very good job with the paint sculpt. All right, on with articulation. So we can move the head side to side. The armor somewhat gets in the way, but it's still maneuverable. He can look up that high, and he can look down. He's got an articulated jaw, which is great. He definitely has tilt in his head, so that's very nice to see, where we can get some expression out of that. Arms with the shoulder pads, I think, is that as high as we can go? I feel like we can go a little bit higher. Yeah, there we go. So almost to a 90. He's got an upper bicep swivel. He's got double jointed elbows, which is at a 90 right there. So that's pretty good. We got twist at the wrist, and it is a vertical hinge, so that's great for the sword wielding hands. He does have a butterfly joint. The butterfly joint really is more so for the back end, so you could see where it kind of pops out a little bit. That's too much. I popped it out, so that's my fault. But yeah, you can pop it out quite a bit where it comes off. So I guess if we can definitely do a two-handed sword hold right here, right? We can definitely do that, and he can really cross over, but that's popping that out. So just be wary of that. It's not gonna, you didn't break the figure, but I'm just saying. And I think going backwards, I don't know if it can really, yeah, it's not really, you can't move his arms back. So the butterfly joint really is only for forward motion. So still, you could do that. We have that diaphragm joint, which is really nice, and the ball waist, which is even better. I love the ball waist, so good. So look at that range of movement you can get from there. So good. He does have I can see, yep, there is an upper thigh joint right here, so you can maneuver that a bit. And then double jointed knees, so be careful here. Maybe you could heat up your figure a bit, but just be wary of that as well. So there's two joints right there, so you can see that. Can go right about that high, and we have the ankle pivots majority of the time. And there is no toe joints for this figure. I'm assuming they kind of did away with the toe joints, even though, you know, it started out with toe joints, but they replaced them with regular feet without the toe joints. So that's okay. I mean, I still have my toe joints. A lot of my figures still have their toe joints on because I didn't have much of an issue, but I can swap them out if I wanted to. But it's still good to see that, you know, we have that articulation from the older figures. This one we don't. I want to say maybe I could replace it with the Lemurian Slate, but I think it's different skin texture, or a different color I should say. So not too bad. Same articulation that we've seen with the other Lemurians. That's a good thing. That's a very, very good thing, and I'm happy for that because we can get some good range out of this. Forgot about the tail. The tail, as you can see, has a hinge that can go forward and back. You can twist it so you can change the direction of it, and it's got 3 other points of movement. Not necessarily a hinge, but a ball, so you can just maneuver that around where you want to. So you can pop this out as well, so if you need him to sit down, take that tail off. All right, we're going to start off with size comparisons. First, he is at the very top of his armor, 7.5 inches tall. If you were to go lower, he's basically around 6, right, almost at 7 inches. All right, we're getting our usual suspects out. Starting off, Spiro Toys, Animal Warriors of the Kingdom. Mezco 112 Collective, Gomez. Some Mythic Legions. And we got Odious here. And here are some Marvel Legends. And here are some other Savage Crucible figures. Of course, Nin Villamere, my Royal Guard, and Como of the Isles. So where I think I can see if some things are new is I think his gauntlets and his shins are new, because I don't see that armor. Oh no, I'm wrong. Ha! I'm wrong. Because here we go. Here's my Imperial Sentry, because he has the same arms and shins and gauntlets. So stand corrected. So there we go. So we have, those are similar. He has the similar skirt piece like that along with the Royal Guard. So that's where most of the parts are coming from. Oh, and of course the shoulder pads. The shoulder pads are also the same as the Royal Guard, and they're the same with Veteris Rapax. So there's your reuse right there, but when you color it up, definitely a whole different character. So we see that all the time in action figures, and it's no different here. But at least, you know, we're getting some new characters that can outfit more into the storyline. So this is still damn pretty cool. And I think here with the other comparison, which I have here, is the Lemurian Slate. So this figure right here, so this is the base body. This is different. It's a whole different color scheme from Veteris Rapax. So as much as I wanted to think we could maybe swap out parts to have him like a base body, that's not going to happen because we don't have parts for that. And I think if I were to even look at the Huntsman pack here, which is that head might be okay, but we could outfit him with different armor pieces here, or the other armory pack, we can outfit him with different armor pieces here as well. I'm not sure if that head might be similar to it. Could be, but that could be more Lemurian Slate. So yeah, we have different options to choose from, so we can always change stuff out, which is also a great thing about Savage Crucible. But there you go, there is our size comparison. All right guys, there you have it. There is my unboxing showcase review of the new Savage Crucible Veteris Rapax. Very cool looking figure. Love the whole new color scheme. Basically an all new Lemurian, because it's a whole different skin color, which is awesome. I really love the look of this character, and it really is a welcomed addition to the Savage Crucible line. So I definitely appreciate seeing this happen, and it's really awesome to get new characters in this line. So I welcome it so much. This is very, very cool. I want to know what you guys think about it. I would love to hear your thoughts. So make sure you just hit that like, comment, subscribe if you're new. I would greatly appreciate it. Thank you so much to Savage Crucible again for sending it my way. I greatly appreciate it. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you so much. Hope to see you soon, and hope to see you on the next hunt.